Morning traders, Paul here with GammaEdge. Today is Tuesday, the 15th of November. Let's get started. Pause your players here, read to the bottom. If you agree, hit that play button. Summary for today, short-term model is long. This is the bolded cumulative tick. Intermediate term is long. This is the bolded cumulative tick above the historical ribbon. And the long-term timer is transitioning long. We're getting a ribbon inversion, and you'll see that on the next slide. It takes several days for this to happen, but stay the course. Nothing right now is saying go short. Other models are in various states. The Russell 2000 is not cooperating. Small caps are bucking the trend. The S&P 500 is almost 100% fully long, and just be aware of that. But it could reverse. It collapsed near the end of the day yesterday. I will not be showing it today. I would urge everyone to go look at Tick SP and draw your own conclusions. Positive gamma, the right goalpost remains at 4,100. That is a clear upside target right now. 3,600 is the downside dominant goalpost, and we are not seeing that in the short term. Nevertheless, it's there. It did grow a little bit yesterday. Spot price moved down. A few puts went in, but nevertheless, 4,100 is certainly the upside target. Note with yesterday's end of day pullback, we are at the top of what we call the transition zone, and we need to hold this. The bears are obviously looking and licking their chops for any move down. The bulls are looking for that 4,100, if not higher. So I think just looking at where we are, where the COTMP and COTMC, those are the out of the money call and out of the money put transition points. We closed at 39.55. The put transition is at, or we closed at 39.57, excuse me. 39.55 is the before market open transition point to the upside, so we do expect some monetization of puts below that level. If that occurs, that will push us upward. And then the near-term upside target is this 40.87, which is very, very close to the 4,100. Above that 40.87, we would expect a little bit of monetization on the call side, which would be a downward pressure. So just pay attention here. I think there is the potential to range on these 39.55, 40.87, and of course after the open, rerun these to get the updates. End of day pinning, it's hard to guesstimate right now. Today's expiry is really weak compared to other days. Tuesday, Thursdays historically just have not caught up to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The 39.80, 39.85 you'll see is a very, very clear line. Calls dominate everything above this. I think also that you could look at each of the 25 levels above the Livermore of 400 or 4,000, excuse me, and then look for those groupings of sign changes in the gamma, and you'll see that on the upcoming charts. The 1DT is the one we're paying attention here to. It's weak, it's fat, and really ill-defined, so it's going to be hard to really call where we could go to. Here's the market model again. Day 1, day 2, day 3, starting to pull back. A little bit of weakness here. We want to see a continuation to the upside. Note we are extended, but short term is long, intermediate term is long. This should say day 3, by the way. Sorry about that. Long term is almost ready to start flipping over, so that's really, really constructive for the bulls, and play it accordingly. Key levels here, no real change. 4,100, 3,600, as I said, for plus minus GEX. 4,000 is not really liquid and is holding the COI, call open interest, put open interest. Want to draw your eye over here. 4,000 is also COI and plus GEX on the short term SPXP, PM settled. Want to pay attention to that because these are very liquid and compared to these, which are not so liquid. Over here, 38.35 is the JPM hedge. End of December roll already starting to show its ugly head. Again, not liquid, not too much to be worried about here. Expected move is continuing to drop. Volatility is coming out of the market. This is bullish, and so I would still, with the market model, with expected move dropping, and some of what we're seeing in terms of where we are in the transition, I think we're in a good springboard to move higher. The PM settled. We're right in this transition range on the PM. These are very liquid. Here's that 4,000 strike. 39.35, 39.40, very supportive to downside moves. I think they will be controlled if we do fall down below this 39.70, 39.75. We start getting down the slippery slope. You can see where we closed yesterday. We need to start pushing upward again into this positive area. Above 40.10, fairly constructive and almost a free run all the way up to that 40.85. Remember, 40.87 is the COTMC. That is the out of the money, in the money call transition point, and we think it's definitely a possibility. It's at the higher end of the range, but just be aware that it's clearly in the targets. 0 DTE 4,000. You can see above that the contributions really fall off. You can see also below where we finished last night. Contributions down to 3,900 are significant, and remember COTMP, which is the balance point for the puts. If we fall down today, we could get some monetization pushing us higher. So clear imbalance to the upside. Very clean transition at 39.80, 39.85. You can see that here in the gamma structure. Very clean going up. The distribution is good. So we are bullish if we can hold 4,000 and above. If we do start falling down, we do think the 3,900 all the way on down to about 38.85 would be maybe the maximum, the downside range, and we would look to reverse that, still going into this week's expiry. The 1 DTE, as I said, pretty weak. It's balanced. Very hard to call where we could go today. I've squared off different areas that I'm watching. They're back forth hiding areas that dealers have shown a propensity to move into. So just watch these flips in gamma. They can be nice hiding areas into the end of the day. So 39.75, 39.80 would be one. Sitting on the underside there would be another one. This again, sitting on top of 25, sitting on top of 50, all possibilities. In between those, not so much. Transition range, very loose, kind of ill-defined in the deltas, but it gets clearer once we get down below that 38.95 level. So start thinking that if we do move down, we're going to potentially just pin in these areas. If we do move up, I would be looking at the 25 levels above 4,000 as potential areas. The combo complex, 4,005, 4,010, pretty clean above that. Excuse me. 40.50, 4,100, and you can see those 25 areas again, very clean all the way up to that 40.75, 40.80 area. Nice positive gamma or call dominated gamma area up there, so we do like that. Below 39.80, the structure is very supportive. I don't think we're going to have any rapid sell-offs. I've put the moneyness balance points in here, so 39.55 is close to where we closed last night. 30.87 is right up in this area, and note this little pocket up here. I could see that being a upside target in the next day or two, so just be aware of that. Taking a look here on delta moneyness, we do have a asymmetry that is going on here. 98, 92, spot price at 95, and you can see that the upside targets, although they're coming in here and they are falling relative to where we are yesterday, they're also tightening, and we think that is material. When we see a tightening of the moneyness, we tend to spring one way or the other. Taking a look at finally here at the structure, 4,100, 3,600, the two goalposts that we're looking at. We're here at that 39.57. If we jump up into above transition, which is really this area that we're in right now, you can see we're definitely in a call dominated gamma area. Here's that 40.50 line growing very, very strong. We do see that as an area today to pay attention to. To the downside, 3,900, 38, 37, 36, you can see they're all monotonically growing. So I would be aware of 38.80 being kind of that line in the sand to the downside, maybe 3,900, that range. If we do pull back, I don't expect us to go down into this area just because of the deltas that we saw earlier. To the upside, I see that 4050, 4100, and not really a lot above this. And it hasn't really, they are not really showing growth in their overall structures. So we'll need to see a lot of calls go in for us to be emboldened to move north. Just note the transition area is not really supportive of a huge advance. That 4050 and 4100 still being our upside targets. So that's it for today. If you like today's commentary, or have any questions on it, come and join us, GammaEdge.us. Fill out the blanks, come on in, 14-day free trial. All the tools turned on, great group of traders, and everyone's willing to help apply this education to your trading style. Follow us on Twitter at GammaEdges with an S, and then here on YouTube, of course. If you like today's content, let me know immediately by smashing that like button. And of course, follow us, subscribe to us, because if you do, you'll get notified when Taylor posts, when I post, and when Michael posts. So with that, I bid you farewell. Make it a great Tuesday. Good luck to us, and hope to see you in the Discord. Thanks.